He drew the universe as it was at the time and place of your birth. The universe as it was, as seen from the point of view where you were born. And that was your soul. So your soul, you see, is not in your body. Your body is in your soul, because your soul is the entire network of relationships in terms of which you live. Your soul is the whole universe. But each one of us, as it were, is a different point in it. But all these points in it are the center. We can go way beyond Ptolemy and Copernicus now. And if we think that space is curved, every point of space is the center of the universe, because any point on a ball is the center of the sphere, of the surface. See? You can turn any point of a ball, and wherever you look at it, it's the center, isn't it? See? So in the same way, take a crystal ball in your hand, a crystal mirror. What I mean, that's not a crystal mirror, I mean a spherical mirror. Look at it. And wherever you turn it, your face will be in the middle. So in exactly the same way, every place in the universe is the middle of the universe, from a standpoint of curved space. So we go back to an entirely new Ptolemaic view of the world, beyond Copernicus. Well, not that the Earth is yes, the Earth is the center of the universe. But every other place is also the center of the universe. There is no absolute center. So this is an astronomical way of saying, in Sanskrit, Tattvamasi, you're it. Everyone is rightly the center. You may think, my mother used to say to me, you're not the only pebble on the beach. No, indeed. But in a way, everyone is the central pebble. And the feeling that you have of being the center, which turns out into selfishness and all this sort of conflict and scrapping, is nevertheless based on something true. What we do is we misinterpret it. We don't realize that everybody else is the center too. In that sense, you're not the only pebble on the beach. You're not the only center of the universe. And yet there is only one center. And that's why, who was it? I think it was St. Bonaventure who first thought up the description or the definition of God as that circle whose center is everywhere and whose circumference is nowhere. And this is a poem that I seem to remember from Alfred Noyes. Where, said the king, oh where, I have not found it. Here, said the dwarf, and music echoed here. This infinite circle hath no line to bound it. Behold its strange deep center everywhere. So this, then, you see, what I'm playing with here, is what the Buddhists call the Jiji Muge. That means, Ji means a thing event. And you repeat it twice, so it means between thing event and thing event. Muge, there is no mutual obstruction. This is called the doctrine of the mutual interpenetration of all things and events. So it would be like those lovely drawings where you take a circle, and you can play with this, it's a nice thing to play with, and you mark out 12 equal points around the circumference of the circle. Then you join every point to every other point. You get the beautiful star. And incidentally, this is the diagram of the notes of the 12 notes of the scale. Bach worked this out. And it's a lovely thing, you see, it's a beautiful star. So this is the diagram of the way it all fits together. Now, if you study that, And by study, again, I mean not just think about it, but feel it out. You will find very strange thing happening. That you will find that the present moment, with all its particularity in which you live and are functioning now, is exactly the same thing as anything you could possibly conceive of as eternity. You will find that your limited life, and remember what I said about limits, you have to have something to push against. Your limited life, with its frustrations and with its particular problems at this instant, is the same thing as omnipotence. And that your situation in space, which is appears to be in Sausalito, California, sitting on a boat which has a rickety old thing. Miles and miles away is China and Russia and England and Mars, Venus and everything. Yeah. But this particular point in space, you will find in the same way, by this law of relativity, is the same thing as infinity. Infinite space. California, sitting on a boat. And that your situation in space, which is appears to be in Sausalito, California, sitting on a boat which has a rickety old thing. Miles and miles away is China and Russia and England and Mars, Venus and everything. Yeah. But this particular point in space, you will find in the same way, by this law of relativity, is the same thing as infinity. Infinite space. Because it all goes together. It implies the infinite, the eternal. All the energy of the universe is implied in any tiny hair on your skin. It goes with it. Mutually implies, this is the point. Just as the kind of cosmos and atmosphere in which we live, my existence implies that kind of an environment, so the environment implies me, mutually. And it all goes together. Now, the only reason for saying this, you see, this is really terribly obvious, but the only reason for saying it is that people don't know it. And think instead that they don't belong, that this... I'm just, because the parents put down the children and said, little children should be seen and not heard, you don't belong here. Like I read the other day in some paper, somebody was saying, some young person was addressing a girl and saying, he was trying to make love to her, he was trying to woo her. And she said, you won't be friends with me because you say I don't like your personality. But said, you don't have to have a personality. A personality is something you had to put on because your mother didn't love you. You had to make up to her. Really, you don't need a personality because you're the essential thing, you see? and a personality is just a way of performing to ingratiate yourself. Well, we all do it because we put on personalities when we act like clowns and entertain the audience, put on masks, funny faces. But really and truly, the mask covers the one self that we all have, and we all know it. Only, just like black and white, we are pretending to be as different as possible while remaining the same. I said that one of the aspects of cosmic gamesmanship that we were going to deal with would be group theory. And of course, I don't mean exactly by that a sort of mathematical meaning. But the relationship that's tremendously important and that is not sufficiently recognized between in-groups and out-groups. You know how you've heard about little birds where they're cold and they're all huddling together, the idea being to see who can get most inside. And human beings are just like that. And so also is everything else. Because this is an absolutely basic requirement of having an identity. To have an identity is in some way or other to be in. I often try the experiment in giving a lecture and drawing a circle on the blackboard and asking the assembled multitudes what I have drawn. And people will almost invariably say that I have drawn a circle, a ring, or a ball. Only very rarely does some bright person suggest that I have drawn a wall with a hole in it. Because the Gestalt theory of perception shows us that our attention is captured by enclosed areas as against open areas, and by moving objects rather than still. And so always, therefore, we tend to prefer the in situation. That is something, you see. The star is an in situation with respect to space. The space is the out situation. And so we feel that space is not important. It is nothing. It is just unimportant in a way. But the in situation is something. So then whenever human beings get into an out situation, like being a rejected minority, living on the wrong side of the tracks, they will find reasons for convincing themselves that their situation is the truly in one, and that the people who claim to be in are really out. So, as I have sometimes said before, I hope this doesn't bore too many of you, but in Sausalito we have exactly that situation. We have the hillbillies, who are the old-time people, who regard themselves as in, because they have the money and they live in the fancy houses up on the hill. And then we have the waterfront people, whom they regard as out, as a nefarious bunch of beatniks and bohemians and scallywags. And so the people at the hilltop fortify themselves at their cocktail parties with conversation about how awful the people are down at the waterfront. And at the cocktail parties down in the waterfront, people fortify themselves by discussing the squares on the hill. And we believe down here that we have the true way of life, that we're not beating our heads out making money to buy pseudo-rocket ships. Although I do own a pseudo-rocket ship, but it was wished on me. Because, you see, I try to be a bridge person. That's what's called a pontifex. One who, between opposed classes, points out the connections. Because the connection is that neither class would know who they were without the other. So it's tremendously necessary to have an out-group in order to know that you're an in-group. In other words, if you belong to the church, which is the assembly of the elect of God, or if you belong to the synagogue, which is to be a member of the chosen people, and outside are all those guys, then you know you're in. See? But you must have the outsiders to know that you're in. There must, in other words, be beyond the pale of the village, the howling waste. Then you feel cozy, you feel protected, you feel you're there. And so in that way, bodies have skins, eggs have shells, and so on all through nature. Inside versus outside. But this versus must be understood as a form of symbiosis. And this is the crucial matter. This is absolutely of critical importance. anyone who wants to understand politics or military strategy or any of the real hard, tough games of life, that social conflict or conflict between the various biological species is a form of symbiosis. Now, ordinarily, we consider the symbiotic relationship to be one of mutual support, as is obviously the case between bees and flowers. Which came the first, bee or flower? This is the same question as which came the first, egg or hen. Because where there are no flowers, there can't be bees. And where there are no bees or other fertilizing insects, there cannot be flowers. So the truth of the matter is that bees and flowers, different as they are in appearance, and separated as they may be in space, they constitute a single organism. This is the real lesson of the bees and the flowers. And the same must be said truly of man and woman. There are no men without women. There are no women without men, because it always takes a man and a woman to produce a human being. So we are a man-woman arrangement, a woman-man arrangement, whichever way you want to look at it. And so although, you see, therefore, we move and look as if we're individuals, and separate from each other, this is not the case at all. So now this, what I want to point out is that the same sort of relationship exists between groups. You see, therefore, we move and look as if we're individuals, and separate from each other. This is not the case at all. So now this, what I want to point out is that the same sort of relationship exists between groups that would seem to be hostile to each other. Now, what are some of the bases of hostility? The real...
Ape, are you enjoying this? Because I'm like laughing at this, because this is like accurately describing Israel-Palestine. They're all just a bunch of fucking tax recipients with US dollars.
Basis of hostility is that the biological order is a mutual eating society. It's a very curious game indeed, and if you are philosophically inclined, it is one which might bother your conscience. When you realize that you as an organism are a compound of murders, you are actually a bag of water, because the human organism consists mostly of water. And this water is held together and prevented from slobbering all over the floor by a very complex arabesque of tubes and cells and films, the material of which was invariably belonging to some other being before you got it. You had to kill a chicken, a cow, or a cabbage, or an apple in order to get that tensile film of tube or whatever to hold the water in you and as you. And so we are, as human beings, a predatory creature. In fact, we are more predatory than anything else in nature. The sharks are supposed to be predatory, but they stay in the ocean. The piranha fish are supposed to be very predatory, but they stay in the Amazon. The eagles are predatory, but they stay in the air and on the land. Only man ranges the whole range of elements, earth, air, and water, and preys on things, and he eats like a swarm of locusts. Not only does he prey on the living beings, he preys on the minerals. And someone recently described our civilization as a lot of people sitting in the middle of a sewage dump shooting rockets at the moon. Because if you get Playboy magazine for September and read about the use of water, or rather the misuse of water in our civilization, and it is absolutely horrifying. We've got to get that atomic power bringing us water from the ocean in nothing flat, or we're going to be very thirsty. And you can see how we use water in the most amazingly uneconomical ways. So we are a predatory monster eating up the planet. And I have seen, say, a sorrel plant in the country covered with green fly. One day...
Okay, there's an hour and 20 minutes left, but I'm going to pause it here. This will be part one. I'm going to come back. Ape, I hope you enjoyed it. Lou, hope things are well and you have a great Friday evening. Be with love and you will conquer all. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Hold on, let me just it's not the let Edward finish.
Yeah, but listen, the biggest problem.
I'm saying, guys, let Edward speak, and then he will. Two-state solution. 80% want a two-state solution. The other 20%, I think most of them don't believe that two states is possible because they don't believe Israel will remove the settlements. But there is going to be a couple of percentage in.
I mean, obviously, I'm not like a hijabi. Like that picture I posted on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm not like a hijabi.
Yeah, like it's not that big of a, but like it's creepy and weird.
I think Tony still doesn't believe that. There wasn't that in the movie at all. It's like a time traveling possession love story. It's like the mummy guy doesn't actually look that much like a mummy. Like you can kind of tell he has his skin is kind of fucked up. But the premise of the movie is basically this guy was an aide to the pharaoh thousands of years ago, and he was buried alive because he upset the pharaoh. And people disturbed his archaeological site, and basically he was able to come back because he never died. He's just been waiting, and he.
So this guy he's like Mike Pence, but in the movie.
And he misses his wife a lot, so he basically finds a woman that he thinks is very beautiful and reminds him of his wife, and he wants to basically possess her with the spirit of his ancient dead wife, so he can be reunited with her.
Oh wow, that's great.
I know, it was a very sweet movie with an incredibly sympathetic antagonist. I was so not expecting that. That was the.
Hey, I just want to interrupt and say vote Trump and go to the gym, fatties.
I'm fucking swole. I know you got love handles, bitch. I'm voting Kamala, and I can bench press you.
But I bet you can't recite Torah like I can.
Okay, you got me beat. You got me beat there. Yeah, that's. Yo, Saga, are you there still?
I'm here.
Dude, I saw another prime example of like magatards being absolutely retarded. Apparently, they don't have like self checkout in like Incestville or whatever, because a bunch of them are freaking out that touchscreen wasn't properly calibrated on one of the voting machines, and he's like clicking on Trump and it doesn't register, and then it goes to the one below, which is Kamala, and they're like, "Look, the Democrats are cheating." And it's like, bitch, this happens at Target when I'm like trying to buy apples.
Yeah.
I click on the touch screen, I'm trying to type in my phone number, it registers a number like 3 below. And all like there's like 3 obvious problems with this for anyone who's not like actually retarded. One, if you were gonna cheat, why would you inform the people that they're not voting who they want to? Why would you show them? Like that's incredible. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Wait, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking
The voting
news!
machines ask you if you're sure. Like they don't. It's not like it automatically registers a vote. Like I voted on these machines before, and after you select all of them, it shows you all your options on a final screen and asks you if you're sure if this is correct. It's so stupid, and all the comments are like, "Look, they're stealing it. They're stealing it."
He kicked me. He kicked me.
Get to put your penis on it. Okay?
I don't want to put my penis on it, but you know, I appreciate the sentiment though.
Hey y'all, I'm a white man and I'd like to talk to you about the topic white men only. It's racist what you doing. Lazo's a racist, so it's no surprise that he's here. And I just want to say, y'all,
Okay, number 5.
this is Dr. Love reporting for duty as ordered, Doctor. Free love, 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 bitch. Free love, free love, free love, free love.
I didn't like Dope. I didn't like that song.
No. What about you, Hamburger Cheeseburger? What's
I
your
love you
favorite
more
song?
than Dope. I love you more than Dope.
What's my favorite song?
For Lady Gaga.
I don't know. She got so many bangers.
Gigi Bangers?
I like Joanna. Joanne.
Did you see?
Oh my God.
Did you see Britney Spears' Instagram? She for Halloween, she loves pulling her panties just above her vagina, and she dances and She's so whacked. It's but she's so rich. And her power with her Instagram is incredible because she's got like 50 million subscribers, and she's like they have to like tone down the algorithm with her because she breaks the internet by getting in panties. Like it's fucking crazy.
Who's watching that?
So people like are recording it and republishing it because it's so crazy.
I've never heard a straight man talk about Britney Spears.
And then she has Britney Army. She has.
Spears looks so hot in her panties.
She looks pretty good. She kind of lost some weight and she looks really good. And anyways, look at her Instagram. It's like hot. Like it's fucking awesome.
Her song, Britney Spears is the icon. I don't need
She's like a modern day Michael Jackson.
Oh, that means she's gonna die.
She's like, well, no, that doesn't mean she's gonna die soon. She's a mother. She's worth $100 million. She's breaking the internet. She's killing it. She knows the game. She's no dummy. Like, but she's also whacked. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine knowing the game but having like a really low IQ. And so what I think happens to her is she responds to everything like a whack job in the real world. You know what I'm saying? She'll like go to a resort and somebody will offend her and she'll have like an emotional breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Like she's whack.
She is whack. She's an icon, though.
But the point is, like, this is what. See, she like her whatever mansion she lives in. She mostly records in her mansion. I don't know. It's so fucking awesome to like see somebody who's crazy, fully expose themselves on Instagram and have 50 million followers, be worth a fortune, have an army of followers, and then like the news reports that like she's losing her mind, her friends are concerned, but meanwhile she's like making more money and she's rich as could be. Like I don't see the problem. I mean, but at the same time, I mean, just look at it and then ask yourself, like, is this person crazy or am I
Yeah,
crazy?
well, they have money and you don't. That's something. Well, you do. You get checks for the government because of your service. So thank you for your
That's right.
service.
Keep working and pay your taxes. I need your money.
So you're gonna vote for? Are you ready for next Tuesday?
I'm voting
It's a
for
big
Trump.
game.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna vote a day off, I think.
Don't be ridiculous. You should vote for Kamala.
No, I'm voting Trump.
Why not Kamala?
Because there's enough people voting for Kamala, and I live in Illinois, and the state is gonna vote Kamala anyways. So like, it'll be my fourth time voting for him, and like fourth time is the magic number. 4 is the magic number. So who knows? Maybe he'll win. If I don't vote, maybe he'll lose. I gotta vote. I feel the love. Look at my PTR. See the love emanating into him. People love him.
When was the third time?
The hell you're saying?
It was the
right?
primary. The primaries. He was on the ballot for the primary. So I was excited when I saw his name on there. I was like, yeah, I can't believe this is my third time voting for him. Then I'm gonna get a vote to fourth time for him. Like Jesus, this is a long process.
So you voted twice then?
No, the primary was just the ballot to see who the Republican candidate is.
The primary doesn't count.
I know, but it's still a voting action. It feels like voting day.
True, but still, it's always a vote.
Okay, well, call the 1-800 complaint line on Clown House and let me know how customer service responds to your complaint.
Excuse me? Don't get uppity with me. Chicago Cheeseburger, I've been nice to you. I've been rooting for you. We've all been rooting for you. How dare you?
Oh, I know. If I ever run again, I'm going to get the black vote. I'm going to get the gay vote. I'm going to get the woman vote. What else is there?
What about the BLM vote? What about the Jazzy vote?
That's the black vote.
No, she's Native American.
Okay, then that's the Native American vote.
You know, you're an icon on here. I'm surprised you don't have a podcast.
I do have a podcast. I've been seen by millions of people. I go to the gym, people look at me. They're like, I've seen your face. Is it Snapchat or
How come
YouTube?
you didn't give me a shout out the last time I said I love you, Chicago Cheeseburger, when you were live streaming?
I don't know, because you didn't do it in the Whoopi Goldberg voice.
Oh, is that an elephant?
Do you know?
Who has an elephant?
Do you know what the difference is between a mouse and an elephant?
Oh no.
One is small, one is big.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Well, I mean, I have a tattoo on my arm. It's of Ganesha, the Hindu god.
Yeah, a lot of tattoos. You've already seen it.
Well, the symbolism on it is Hindu. So what you have to know is that it's micro macro. It's like, you in the universe. And then the secret is the mouse. The mouse can penetrate secret places. So be sneaky. Get that cheese.
Are you like a year of the snake or year of the rabbit? The rat?
I was born with the sign for rent.
That's true. We do have government subsidized housing.
I'm gonna die in government subsidized housing.
Well, take advantage of it because, a lot of people are not going to have that.
Oh, I know. They're gonna all be working to house me.
Is Chicago really expensive to live, like New York status wise?
No, you can get a studio here for $800.
Oh my god, Ryan, go there.
You can get a nice studio in a good part of the city. Access to everything. $800 a month, that's nothing. But then you got to get utilities, your gas, your electric, your internet. It's like never ends. Next thing you know, you're spending $1,100 a month, and then next thing you know, you got a ticket. Now you spend $1,500. Just the shit in the city never ends. I got 2 tickets mailed to me for $200. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
It's ridiculous.
I took a left at an orange light. They take a photo of you. You can't take lefts and sit in an intersection and take a left on an orange light. I'm like, what the fuck? That's like what the fuck?
That's stupid.
I don't get it. You can only go when the arrow left is green now.
So what do you do other than stream and record videos? Like, what's other than streaming? Do you go like grocery shopping, or you have someone do that for you?
Yeah, I go grocery shopping. I go to the gym. You know, I go.
You go to the gym. You always work out online.
No, I go to the gym every day. I lift weights. I do cardio. I do yoga. I mean, you may not be able to tell with my dad bod and my rather, curved belly, but I'm still lifting weights.
Yeah, I mean, you did serve our country, so yeah, it's hybrid,
I love it when people say, "Thank you for serving. I appreciate that." And then,
yeah, it's considered patriotical. You did serve our country.
well, I just like to remind them, well, don't forget to pay your taxes because I need more of your money. I'm honest with them. I say, hey, don't just thank me. Pay your motherfucking taxes. And if you can, just cut me a check direct, okay? God bless now. See you at the local re-education deportation facility.
Oh my God! Did you hear Whoopi? She's mad at Trump because of Puerto Ricans. I can't believe he's saying about the Puerto Ricans now.
I took this Puerto Rican chick out on a date here in Chicago. She was really hot, and she got appointed senator because she was a school teacher, and they appointed her fucking senator because apparently she, sucked the right dick. She pulled a Kamala.
Oh my God!
So I buy her a bunch of drinks, and I go, well, let me walk you home. So I'm walking her around the corner, and a fucking rat jumps on me. And I jumped. I like screamed, and I jumped. And she starts laughing at me. She's like, it's just a rat, you pussy. I was like, you rat-faced bitch. I was like, first of all, it's good luck. And second of all, it was just funny because, I screamed like a girl, but, it was just scary, It was like, I'd never seen that happen before. So anyways, yeah, after that date, my magic must have rubbed off because after that date, shortly thereafter, she got appointed senator. I must have gave her good advice during the date. And I was working at Google at the time, but then they fired me shortly thereafter because I looked up.
You worked at Google?
Yeah, they fired me because when I went to the termination interview, he's like, do you know why you're here? I said, is it because I looked up Donald Trump? He goes, did you look up Alex Jones? I said, yeah. Like that, and then they fired me after that. I was like, wow, this is weird and crazy. And then some girl with a BLM shirt waved to me goodbye as I walked out with my box. I was like, bye-bye, beautiful. Take care now, BLM. Summer of BLM.
I thought everyone in Chicago votes liberal.
Yeah, they do. You can't beat the numbers. So many fucking Democrats. It's just as far as the eye can see. Everybody.
And what did they do to the city? Why does everyone vote blue if they know how Chicago is? By all means, Chicago had an awful mayor. That one woman that looks like Freddie Monster.
Yeah, Beetlejuice. And now we got Beetlejuice's son, Brandon Johnson. Beetlejuice. She actually doesn't have any kids. She adopted a biracial girl, and she's married to like a 6'10" Jewish man.
She's a straight woman?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I don't know what the gender is of her spouse, but I always thought it was a man. I could be wrong about the gender. Look it up. You'll be like, is that a man or a woman? That's like a 6'10" white man.
Oh my God.
I don't have to tell you people are weird. You're weird.
Why? We're still men.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're also, gay and funny, but I mean, nonetheless, like...
What do you mean gay and funny? We're just waiting for the right woman.
Oh, you know what? You could be right. Wouldn't that be amazing if you saw a woman and you were like, Jesus Christ, I want to fuck that woman. I want to have children with that woman. I am that woman. I want that woman to suck my dick. I want to put my dick in that woman's booty hole. I want to put my dick in that pussy and in that mouth. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm not gay no more. Oh my God, I was never gay. I'm straight. I don't want to date men no more. Ah! Hallelujah. I ain't gay no more. I ain't gay no more. I don't want to take men out on dates no more. I ain't gay no more.
You're watching the view. Homosexuality, is it a sin or is it a confusion?
I always, technically what Hampton does is like gay TV, So I was always like, why isn't there like an LGBTQ TV network where it's just like ridiculous? What's it called?
Logo TV, Google it.
Logo TV. Well, I was thinking more like Adult Swim, but like, on
Yeah,
like.
they have that. They have gay cartoons.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying. I always
I
thought.
love Adult Swim.
The
show that I'm watching, Friends, My Elite Friends, or something like that.
I bought an LGBTQ tarot deck to see like how. Well, I want to see how they represent all the Kabbalistic stuff, like in terms of gay culture, or however the artist represents the esoteric into gay artwork. But I have yet to actually go through it to see like what's in it.
You should check it out. Maybe you convert to homosexuality.
No, I won't. But you guys are the perfect audience for me to whip out my deck. Good one. Let me see if I can find it.
Sorry, I'm back. Hello?
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 Hello? Hello? Okay, I found it. It's called Pride Tarot, a collaborative deck.
God. Where'd you get that at?
No, I bought it on eBay.
Why would you spend something on homosexual?
Well, I own like about 20 different tarot decks, 30 different tarot decks, and I was like, I gotta get it. I was like, got it. Because it's very unique. Every card is a piece of artwork, so it's like, it's a good buy for the money.
It's a good life. So, do you have any siblings, Chicago Cheeseburger, or are you an only child?
No,
I
I got a sister.
Okay, so you're the big brother, I'm assuming?
No, I'm the younger.
You're the youngest one. Oh, the spoiled one.
Okay, listen
Plus
to this.
your boy.
This is called This is the Hermit in Pride Tarot. It says the Hermit is the tarot card closest to my heart. Its general meaning is reflection, the search for one's place in the universe, and self-discovery. It is through solitude and meditation that we truly discover everything we need to know about ourselves. The Hermit carries a light that helps us find the right way and follow it. In my vision of the Hermit, the forest symbolizes a place I come to rest by myself and meditate. My hermit is leaning at the foot of a powerful, healthy tree surrounded by nature. His garment is connected to the roots of the tree in order to absorb the energy of the forest and nature, to become one with the universe. The light which symbolically helps him to find his own way is given to him by fireflies dancing near him. Fireflies, to me, embody the lightness of being and the light illuminating the darkness.
Darkness.
Okay, this one might be beneficial for you. This is called The Lovers.
That was beautiful.
Oh, Kevin's here? Oh, fuck. Kevin kissed a man on the mouth. He admitted it.
Yes,
Yeah, it was once. It was in college. It was kind of,
He had a transgender girlfriend, too.
maybe.
Okay, this is called Lovers. This is your Shabbos. Kevin, this is your LGBTQ Tarot Shabbos reading. My Lovers card incorporates scenes from the New York City Queer Liberation March on June 30th, 2018, photographed for the Reclaim Pride Coalition. The phrase "an army of lovers cannot lose" was used in the headline of a leaflet distributed at the June 1990 New York City Pride March. The phrase dates back much further, occurring in Plato's Symposium. If there were only some way of contriving that a state or an army should be made up of lovers and their loves, they would be the very best governors of their own city, abstaining from all dishonor and emulating one another in honor, and when fighting at each other's side, although a mere handful, they would overcome the world. It also appeared in Rita Mae Brown's 1974 poem, Sappho Reply. Tremble to the cadence of my legacy, an army of lovers shall not fail. I told you I bought Pride Tarot, a collaborative deck.
Pride Tarot. That's very sweet. I'm really happy that you're supporting the community.
You're not even part of the community.
You know.
What do you mean, Kevin's?
Would you consider yourself an ally?
No, Kevin admitted he experimented with a man, and then he decided he disliked it, and then he fucked the hot chick with the bubble butt.
I did. That is actually what happened. That is what happened.
I told you. I got a good memory for these
But
things.
she really, if you are trying to impress the alt bi chick, being a little experimental is a good way to do it. She's gonna be like, wow, this kid's so open-minded. Maybe he'll let me peg him or something. Yeah.
Why?
What?
Why?
Why what?
Why would we want a woman to peg you?
Oh, it was just a little joke.
Okay, so this Pride Tarot deck is hilarious. They have Kamala as the messenger. So I'm going to do a tarot reading for you guys. This is going to be your Pride Tarot. We're going to pick 3 cards. You can ask any question you want. This is love.
Is Kevin a top or bottom?
It says that Kevin exhibits strength.
Top with men, bottom with women.
Okay, so Kevin is a black woman. Kevin is also a lion. Kevin is also an orca, and he is infinite, and he swims in the ocean. He's basically a mermaid. This is how Kevin is a bottom. He is also the hermit, which is basically a watercolor, very effeminate, like a tree. Lots of leaves, yellows, reds, browns, and greens. He's the hermit. That means, the fireflies are dancing all around him this Shabbos. Then the third card is the Wheel of Fortune.
I love the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, basically it's like an angry black guy with 2 gay white men, and then like a man with his wife, and then some other guy who wants to be in a throuple. And then there's a woman in stilettos with black latex longings on. These stilettos represent cruelty. And then there is the white silver star on a disco ball surrounded by a checkerboard rotating clockwise. Below that is broken bottles of booze and then a building on fire. That's called the Wheel of Fortune.
Sounds like the Los Angeles when the Dodgers win.
It sounds like a BLM Pride Fest to me.
Hello?
Hello?
Where's everyone, sweetheart?
Kevin, did you have a good chat with Thugga? Did you help him catharsize his relationship with his wife as a closeted bisexual vaccinologist?
Have you got vaccine?
No, but my gay bisexual Jewish friend, he printed me up a fake PDF with my Vax card on it.
What's a gay bisexual Jewish friend?
I went to Chabad and I met a guy, a friend of mine, and I think he's like bi-curious or something, because I bought him a ticket to go to this concert, and he was like, I'm gonna go. He's like, let me just pick up the ticket. I'm not gonna go with you. I'm like, okay. So then I meet him there, and he's with this like young effeminate boy, and they're giggling and running around like schoolgirls. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And the little gay kid says, please, just step back. I'm having a private conversation. I was like, oh my God, you're gay. Oh God. Holy shit, you're gay. I was like, well, you could still be my...
Be so catty sometimes.
I was like, you could still be my wingman at least, right? Because I want to get laid.
When was the last time you got laid?
Yeah. When was the last time you got laid, Chico?
Maybe like a month ago on my boat.
I don't believe you. I really don't believe you.
You may not believe me.
Tell us about this. Tell us about this experience.
So I'm at the bar and I see this pretty good looking
What
chick
bar?
at Montrose Harbor where my boat's at.
What did you get?
I was drinking Polish beer.
Polish beer.
Zlach. I don't remember what they call it. Anyways,
Yeah.
I see this chick. She's got this ridiculous pink like cartoon tattoo on her thigh. And so I come up to her. I'm like, "Excuse me, can I ask you a question?" I was like, "What is the tattoo on your leg? It's so beautiful." And then we hit it off. And then I was like, "Well, you want to come to my place?" And she's like, "Yeah, let's go to your place." So she came back to my place.
So do you think she weighed closer to 300 or 400 pounds?
No, she was dropped. She was hot. Like it was amazing. And the worst thing was, she was petite. Like I'm telling you, it was so solid. And then I was so happy, I didn't even ask her for her fucking number. So I couldn't repeat the experience over again and test my scientific hypothesis because I didn't get those digits. So, but it was not a dream and it was not an illusion.
That's good. I'm happy for you. Everyone deserves physical intimacy.
Yeah, touch is so important. If you haven't been touched in a long time, when you do get touched, you're like, Jesus, I love getting touched.
Yo, shut your mumbles.
Who's this?
Mother.
About to pop in a movie.
Who's Cody? Hi, Cody.
Shut it, nigga.
Hey, Cody, where you from?
Shut up, faggot. Get it, sister.
Yeah, go, girl.
Get it, sister.
Chicago Republican, whatever your name is. What was your? I always forget his fucking name.
Chicago cheeseburger.
Yeah, like it was Edmund.
His real name is John.
Oh, John Edmund.
Yes, that is his actual real name.
John Edmund. Have you seen Lost Highway? I'm about to watch it.
Why do you want to watch that satanic movie?
You mean satanic?
The devils.
Oh, is it? No spoilers. Come on.
Oh, my bad.
I'm saying it.
Why do you want to watch the Halloween's over?
It's not even really a horror movie, is it?
I just made it up. You're gullible.
Yeah. I figure that you don't watch film. You're not very cultured.
What do you mean? You ever seen Whatever Happened to Baby Jane?
No, I should watch that. I should watch that. No, that's a very classic.
Exactly.
Classic movie.
Guru, you don't know nothing.
Yeah, no, you proved me wrong.
But here's seen Gone with the Wind.
Oh, I did see that one. I saw that one a while ago. I'm not a huge fan of like 40s as like an era for movies. I kind of
in Chinatown.
With Jack Nicholson, yeah. Haven't seen it. A lot of movies, it's tough. It's tough to get caught up. You know, there's I don't know if you know this, but there's like literally thousands of movies.
There is 1,000 movies.
At least 1,000.
You should watch Italian horror.
Yeah, I like some Gallo. I've seen a handful. There's a lot I want to watch. I've seen a few Fulci movies. I think it was called like The Beyond. I've seen Suspiria, which I liked a lot, and Deep Red is very good.
Seen Valley of the Dolls.
Haven't seen Valley of the Dolls. Not seen that.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys are boring.
All right. Well, I'm gonna rip some Bond and watch this movie. Have a good night.
Okay.
What happened to the show? All right, Madison, y'all have a good evening.
Something. There's too many.
Give me one. Wait, Trap Star, if I make you a mod, will you be fair and
You can make me a mod, Edward. I'm always fair, actually.
you can be fair and even?
Trust
Okay.
me.
I know it's rolling loud.
I know we are 4 people in the
Make
room.
me
I
a
don't
mod.
think we need many mods.
Say it again?
I mean, we are 4 people in the room. I don't think we.
I ain't gay. I ain't gay. I just like niggas. But what I meant is
people do have big dicks though.
yeah, motherfucker. How do you feel about a big booty, big dick ass nigga just coming at motherfucker with a dress on and stand up on that motherfucking stall and you hear all that motherfucking hard ass fucking high powered piss.
Life, be happy.
Yeah, but that don't mean that your big dick ass need to go in the girls' room.
But let's talk about this, right? How she literally was advocating for Michael Jackson's, right? Like, for him to get locked up. But y'all still want to hold on to this old ass soundbite of Donald Trump, you know, saying that the Central Park 5 should get the sentence or whatever the fuck they deserve. Like, are we serious right now?
Well,
Where's the smoke for her?
Jamal Trulove sued for $13.5 million plus the extra $1.5 million in damn it, pain and suffering because the man got locked up for 6 years.
We get to talk to Monica now. She's got white on white violence, yeah.
Shut up, Daddy, and go to the gym.
Vote Trump, go to the gym, fatty. Vote Trump, go to the gym, fatty. Vote Trump, go to the gym, fatty.
Can you troll later? Because I actually do want to talk to you about this. Do you remember this post from X from 2019?
Fuck, you think my memory can just go ping? I gotta click it.
You can click it. Data shows that American left-wing white people are the only group who view their own race negatively.
How does that make you feel?
It's annoying. Like, white people, it's okay to be white. Like, why do you have to carry the burden of all of man's sins on your weak, white, fragile shoulders? It's annoying.
I know, but, you know, welcome to the world of communication. You know, that's the point of enlightenment, is not to get annoyed at communication.
Well, you don't communicate as well as you could. So,
You say the same shit to me all the time. I've heard you say the same shit 100 times now. I don't understand. Like, why do you just repeat yourself?
Because I hold you to a higher standard, Edmund. I know what you're capable of, and I want
Again, you say the same shit to me. You say the same. Try to say something different to me. Like, I love you.
Sometimes I don't dislike you. That's what I got for you, Edmund.
You play your games, I play my games. You go to the casino, you like that slot machine, I like that slot machine. It's your choice.
I like poker, Deuces Wild on the computer. I don't like slot machines. Anyway, so fix it, Edmund.
Well, I have to agree. I heard Zach said that you're a race baiter, and I was like, really? What? Like, you think she's a race baiter? I'm like, I don't think she's a race baiter, but you know, some people think you're a race baiter, whatever that means. I mean, in digital communities, I guess you could be called a race baiter. Like Pepe could be called a race baiter. Mon could be called a race baiter. All these. This is like.
I'm not a race baiter. And Ishmael has a lot of. he was so jealous, Edmund, that he was not getting attention in RPO that he started doing your troll, and so he got moved down like you did.
I told him to pin my room to your room, and then say, "There's a new room. Vote Trump. Go to the gym, fatties." And then but I don't know. He got kicked or whatever.
He got because he wouldn't like just be normal. He always has to do the most, and I'm beginning to understand that is off-putting to some people. Hey Tal, what do you think? White woman on white woman violence? I'm here for it. I saw a study that said over 50% of the young white liberal women in our country have some kind of mental illness or mental thing going on.
I disagree.
You don't think that 50% of the woke white women in our country have some kind of mental illness?
The more people who do the studies are the people that are impressive people. There's suppressive people. They don't agree. They don't take the nature seriously. So women are not violent. Men are.
Women are incredibly violent. We are just violent in different ways. We're not always physically violent, but we're mentally, verbally abusive to a significant degree. Don't tell us women can't be violent. You're denying our agency. We are bitches.
They are passive aggressive violence. The definition of violence.
No, some women are so skilled that they can make people kill themselves. That's how skilled some women are in their violence. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Hey, Scooby-Doo, how are you?
That's not only a woman. That's not only a woman. That's like different species. Like, yeah, I mean, it's not one gender. It's difficult from different species. Like they are violent. The violence exists in the human nature.
Well, I mean, take the Black Widow spider. Man, she's really rough on her love interest, isn't she? But, and what about the praying mantis, too? He pays for that kind of loving. So, yeah, white on women violence. Blair, I have this old post that says white liberals are the ones who are the people who have, let me see how the phrasing is. I said, I had it memorized, I forgot. That's what it says. Andy No 2019. Data shows that American left-wing white people are the only group who view their own race negatively. And it has a chart. And it says black people view their race positively 15.58%. I don't know what that means. And then Hispanics 12.83.
So in Pennsylvania, there are 2 Democrat senators and a Democrat governor. In Wisconsin, a Democrat senator and a Democrat governor and a Republican senator. In Nevada, 2 Democrat senators and a Republican governor.
Moderated, Trapstar. This is not about being boring. This is you misunderstanding what are you working against. You have no idea what you're talking to.
Are you safer now than before? When were you safer, the Israelis? You were safer under the Palestinians?
I mean, this entire conversation is going like to a specific direction.
Okay, so no religion, guys.
No, but you're misunderstanding. That's a religious war. That's what you.
No, it's not a
No, it's not a religious war.
It's not a religious war. So what is Hamas? What is
Listen, we're not going to go down the religion end of it. No, it is absolutely not a religious war. It is.
So what is Hamas? What is Hamas?
Hamas is a resistance to the oppression.
What is Hamas, Edward? No.
Resistance.
Hamas believes it's good
That's good, man. That's good.
The horse don't think about.
Say it again.
Trach nicht auf de Pferd. Fahr de Pferd trachten.
Big tropes. He goes for what?
Have you ever heard the Yiddish expression, Trach nicht auf de Pferd, fahr de Pferd tracht nicht?
Say it again.
Trach nicht auf de Pferd.
Are not called to be the heroes and the champions that they can be. They're not told to reach out and take their burdens and shoulder.
I mean, like, everything was going right. And at one point, bro, it just, everything collapsed.
Did the change, or what would change to make it collapse?
I became more ISO'd. It was more like, at one point, everybody hitting me up for, what I'm doing. And it just gradually started to slow down. The people around me started to fall out of the loop. And
Has you changed, or the whole situation changed?
I was changing as well.
Gotcha.
I was maturing as well. And
what were they when you were like 26, 27?
yeah, around my late 20s.
Big time. He's a black man. He's a gay ass Trump supporter, right? Big time Trump dick right? And
Vote Trump, go to the gym, fatties. 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 Vote Trump, go to the gym, fatties.
yeah, hey, look. My bitches don't disrespect me. I'll let you know that. I'll let you know that. You rocking with the best. It's a single mother whisperer. Hello, we in this motherfucker.
I do everything prepared. You didn't get my point. I said you didn't get my point. I don't want to care about your point.
I feel like this nigga wired. I ain't gonna lie. Right now, I feel like Trump for life.
Single
I
mother
feel like this nigga
whisperer.
wired. I feel like motherfucker, bro. This nigga worked for Trump for life. Yeah. Hey, this nigga worked for Barack Obama. He's gonna come get me to vote. Hell no. My man is a counter intel, bro. Hey, you finna wake up to two niggas sucking your dick, G.
You guys, I'm speaking. I'm letting you guys know that I threw him out of the room, and now we can go back to talking about the fun topics of mindlessness that I was enjoying.
Did you throw him out?
One moment.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I don't want to get my dick sucked by no nigga he sent my way. I'm scared.
He's out of the room. Don't
Oh, okay. All right, my bad.
We don't want to get our dick sucked by no.
Hey, niggas from Chicago, they don't like niggas that vote Republican, G. Like, niggas like me get killed. So, I'm out in Chicago right now trying to work out, G. So, he kind of got me scared. For real.
Chicago, the best American city. Until someone is wrong.
Yeah.
Way better than DC. Way better than, not way better than New York, but like it's equally important in the heartbeat of America is the city of Chicago. I mean, by far one of the coolest, sickest cities ever.
It just beat New York.
Chicago is the USA's leading violent crime.
I don't care. I love it.
I think it's just the most rats.
Yeah, niggas kill each other in Chicago, G. These niggas ruthless, G. Real talk. And these niggas ain't got no daddies in their life, too, so they just kill whatever.
But I love it here.
They some bitch ass niggas, I ain't gonna lie. I'd love to see these niggas get exterminated.
Making you die for it.
Yeah. And these black pastors ain't no better.
Listen, I love Chicago. Nothing's gonna prove. I love.
Hey, these black pastors suck dick on the low too. Just to let you know that shit too.
Oh whoa, you're really on.
Yeah, just for your information.
Yeah, I mean, I stay in Chicago, G, where Barack Obama from, G. Real talk. Niggas gonna watch out, G. A niggas gonna come and suck your dick, G. That's why you gotta watch out for these niggas.
Michelle's a man or?
I think Michael. I think Michael a nigga. Yeah, I think he one of the brothers. I ain't seen that nigga pregnancy.
Silly.
I didn't see no picture of that nigga pregnant. So shit.
No, it's Barack Flocka Flame.
No, I call nigga Barack Obama.
Oh.
Two, you wish you were as eloquent as Barack Obama. You wish you could speak as well as him.
Yeah, baby, I do speak really good, man. I'm in sales, baby. Yeah, my education good. I got a degree in business information. I got a degree in motherfucking business information systems.
Hold on. Think about it.
What you mean? I make good money. I work in tech. I work in tech sales, baby.
Listen to the way you speak about women. It's disgusting.
What you mean? That bitch gonna eat that motherfucking food if I pay for it. What the fuck?
Who never claimed not to be disgusting, though?
Yeah. Bitch loving a nasty ass nigga.
You guys, this is a boring conversation. I'm sorry. Let's get back on track into something we can all talk about.
Alright, that's cool.
Thank you. And chill out, bro. Take a smoke like me. I've been a sativa it out today.
I don't smoke, baby. I don't do that shit.
Okay.
I always keep a sober mind. I keep a hard body and a hard dick.
No,
Okay, so what sativa did you try?
I don't smoke. I don't smoke weed.
Someone just said that they did, and it was
I smoke hookah.
We gonna force you into smoking weed now, too.
Yeah, no, bro, I can't. I can't smoke weed.
Fed unless you smoke weed right now.
No, I ain't the fed. That nigga Trump for life. That nigga fed, G.
He can't smoke weed. He doesn't seem like my sister. She can't smoke weed. She ends up in the hospital. Some people can't smoke weed.
Yeah, I can't. I get to calling the police on everybody, G.
Yeah.
I get real paranoid, G. And I don't want to call the cops on nobody.
Yo, take some ketamine or something, then.
Nigga, I take protein, creatine, motherfucking vitamin D, G. I take a lot.
Drink like 3 bottles of Robitussin and come back.
Yeah, bring it down 1 or 2 notches, whatever you gotta do. Chamomile tea.
My bad. I'm off this caffeine right now, G. I'm getting ready to hit this
You
gym
really
hard
are.
as hell.
What pre-workout did you take?
Shit, I took some Alani's. It's this energy drink called
Alani
Alani's.
New?
Yeah, Alani New. Oh, I love that
They're
shit.
so
They
fun, they're
gummies.
like candy.
Boy, that shit fire.
Yeah.
I mean, like Alani's. That's our 2 IVS. Yeah.
A few years back, there was a workout called Jack that had some shit in it that made it illegal, and it made you pop for fucking like amphetamines.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. No, Alani, it's a drink for like bad bitches. You really feel like you got high standards and high self-esteem when you drink that shit.
Isn't that Kim Kardashian's drink?
I don't know, whatever the fuck that is. I feel like a bad bitch.
I think it's
No, not yet. But how about the film? Did they release the film Am I Racist by Matt Walsh?
Yeah, it came out of the theaters a month and a half ago or so, and now you can watch it on Daily Wire Plus.
It's amazing.
Edmund, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Thanks, Tal. And then let me know how you think about it. Okay? Have you seen the Am I Racist movie?
Yeah, maybe not start to finish. I saw whatever I could see on YouTube, I think.
You don't have a Daily Wire Plus subscription?
No,
Why not?
because I don't like to pay for monthly subscriptions. You know, only monthly subscription I pay for is my gym membership and my cell phone.
What? Oh, those are good ones if you have to only
I mean,
have
insurance, etc. But no, I don't want to subscribe to Ben Shapiro's media business. I'm sitting here live streaming myself 40 hours a week. You know, why would I pay somebody else to do that?
Okay, well, I don't know. It may be slightly more
I mean, sorry to poo poo on your exciting Ben Shapiro adventure in your life, but you know, I'm trying to create things over here as opposed to consuming Ben Shapiro 40 hours a week. It's just my life. I don't know.
Except that you don't. You use fellow Clubhouse browsers for content.
So what? What do you think? I got Ben Shapiro's financial backing? You should join me. We'll work together. We'll create great content.
Let me insult you and compliment you at the same time because I have that ability. You're like this hippie Zen vampire. Because you have the talent of Marcus Aurelius, you have the wisdom of the philosopher giants, and then you spend time yelling at people on Clubhouse, go to the gym, Fetty! Like, you know.
It's true.
You're a complex little nut.
Well, then, see, you got to understand neurolinguistic programming. You can't unhear what you hear on this app. And so when you say go to the gym, you know, vote Trump, Fatty, and you just go into a room and you blast it into people's heads as fast as you can, A, they think it's funny, and B, it's still implanting the words in their head, and you can't shake what you hear. That's the cool thing about words.
Well, some think it's funny some of the time. Other times, you get kicked out. Digi Dave, please come up. We are talking about white-on-white violence, my brother. And,
why you gotta do that?
Because I want to.
No, I meant the violence. Violence is bad.
It depends if it's earned or not. If it's self-defense, then I will be violent. These people hate white people, Digi, and white people didn't do nothing. Like,
you're gonna have to back up. I don't know what the conversation actually is.
All right, if you click on the link in the Jumbotron is a 2019. I could say tweet, can I? Because 2019 Elon didn't own the platform, and it talks about how white liberals have a negative opinion on white people. They're the only race of people who think
right that has a negative what's it called in-crowd bias.
Right, and I think that's terrible. I mean, you don't have to think that your in-group is setting the world on fire. You don't have to think that they're supremacists or supreme or whatever. But my goodness, to hate them?
Is it that they hate them, or the study was just that they have a negative opinion?
Okay,
negative bias.
Go ahead.
I get. No.
Hold me accountable for my hyperbolic speech. I'll stand the correction.
I mean, again, I actually still think it is I'll use the word fascinating observation if true, because and I can see it being true, because like I observe that in other groups, and name a group, right? And if we observe that in other groups, we'd be like, oh man, we gotta do something to lift their sense of morale. That would be like the obvious sort of conclusion. And I have a question. Again, this is without having lived the study. Was that particular to the United States, or was that just across across the world?
ANES 2018 pilot survey. It says American left-wing white people are the only group who view their own race negatively. Like, that's a lot. It's annoying.
May I ask a question? Why they don't like their race? Because they think their race is gonna make them racist. But many African Americans, they are still praising Barack Obama because he was the first black person, and he, like, in their mind, he helped the black community, but actually he destroyed the black community. But like the African community, I can say, it destroyed the Gaddafi and Nelson Mandela's plan to unite Africa. So he brings segregation to Africa, but he pretends as a African American fighter. He brought BLM, but ALM, African Lives Matters, was the main issue for all Africans, all African Americans, no matter where are they from, Somalia or Tunisia. Doesn't matter. All of them were Africans. But now, white liberals, they are pretending themselves as victims, and they want to become black or Latino to make their victim card stronger than now. So
Or the white liberal males want to be women because, you know, transgender, that's a minority in our society. Or the white women want their children to be transgender. I think it's a combination of Munchausen by proxy and the social currency that they derive from being considered bold, beautiful, and